Cargo goods carried by a large vehicle. Iran is seizing multiple cargo ships near the water passage. Strait a narrow passage of water. The tension is rising near the Strait of Hormuz tonight. Talks formal discussions or negotiations. Officials are questioning what will happen to the second round of talks. Outbreak a sudden start of a disease. The country is facing a major measles outbreak in several states. Vaccine a substance used to provide immunity. There is a new move to no longer require the flu vaccine for service members. Disturbing causing anxiety or worry. Police made a disturbing discovery in the middle of Times Square. Capsizing overturning in the water. An American cargo ship is capsizing and the crew is missing. Drought a long period of low rainfall. Many regions are facing the worst drought in more than 20 years. Assault a violent attack. The military launched an all-out assault from the air and the ground. Scorching very hot or burning. Dozens of forest fires are scorching the dry land in the southeast. Stranded left in a helpless situation. Stranded passengers had to walk on the tracks after the train was canceled. Incinerating destroying by burning. The massive wildfire is already incinerating thousands of acres of land. Meteorologist a weather expert. The senior meteorologist is tracking a line of severe storms. Heartland, the central part of a country. A line of dangerous storms will move into the heartland tomorrow. Hail pellets of frozen rain. The storms could bring large hail and damaging winds to the area. Asserting taking control or stating confidently. Iran is asserting its control over the narrow waterway. Brandishing waving a weapon threateningly. Masked soldiers were seen brandishing long guns on the deck. Downplaying making something seem less important. The White House is downplaying this act of defiance by the regime. Clustered gathered together in a group. Many tankers are clustered outside the entrance to the sea. Scenario A possible sequence of events. It remains a difficult situation even in a best-case scenario. Naval relating to a navy. The country refused to negotiate until the naval blockade is lifted. Blockade sealing off a place. The president is not yet ready to lift the military blockade. Siege military surrounding of a place. The leader declared that the siege is an obstacle to peace. Regime and authoritarian government. The regime displayed its new missiles in a show of force tonight. Sobering making one serious. He delivered a sobering message about the reality of the war. Troops, soldiers, or armed forces. Alarming images show troops boarding the vessel from helicopters. Ousted forced out of a position. The secretary ousted the chief of staff earlier this month. Army a military branch for land. There have been major changes in the leadership of the army. Respondent the party answering a legal action. There were several employees listed on the official respondent. Refiners companies that purify substances. A chemical reaction occurred at the refiners plant this morning. Underway currently in progress. Cleaning and decontamination activities are currently underway. Sulfide A chemical compound. The cleaning process created a dangerous amount of hydrogen sulfide. Grandstand to act solely for attention. The official was accused of trying to grandstand during the hearing. MMR vaccine for measles, mumps, rubella, MMR. Doctors advise that every child should receive the MMR vaccine MMR. Able having the power to act. The agency must be able to monitor the situation without interference. Intervention action taken to improve a situation. The doctor described the shot as an ineffective medical intervention. Forceful, strong, and powerful. Critics say he was not forceful enough on the new policy. Congressional related to a Congress. A major change to the congressional map could impact the election. Onesie a one-piece garment for babies. The baby was wearing a pink onesie when she was found. Stroller a carriage for a baby. The child was left in her stroller just before midnight. Alleged claimed but not proven. Police are chasing an alleged intoxicated driver on the highway. Intoxicated, drunk, or under the influence. The suspect was found to be heavily intoxicated behind the wheel. Pursuit the act of chasing. The high-speed pursuit ended when the truck hit the shoulder. Pit a maneuver to stop a car. The officer performed a pit maneuver to stop the fleeing truck. Closure the act of closing. The closure of the strait would lead to major fuel shortages. Reportedly, according to reports, the airline is reportedly close to reaching a deal with the government. Soaring, rising rapidly. The company's stock was soaring after the news was released. Concussion, a brain injury. The star player is recovering from a concussion after the game. Playoff games to determine a champion. He suffered an injury during the last playoff loss to Portland. Kitty related to children. The child enjoyed splashing around in her own kiddie pool, doting extremely fond of someone. The animal was seen walking alongside her doting mother.